See you, TMG.
One of the guys. Ronaldo is just that.
He's just a guy.
You know what? This is how I sum it up. Yeah, they both won a lot of things, but the reason why Messi gets knocked out is because his teammates let him down.
Is that right?
Ronaldo, when he's just poor, his teammates actually save him.
That goes into another.
How many times? No. I want people to ask me how many times has Messi been bailed out compared to how many times has Ronaldo been bailed out?
2015.
I'm asking you how many times do you think that Messi's been bailed out the same amount of times? Anyway, the same amount of times that Ronaldo's been bailed out.
No.
Let alone by one man, Gareth Bale. How many times has Bale bailed Ronaldo out?
But maybe that's a Messi problem. Maybe he does too much.
Exactly.
That's
maybe.
not a problem. How can you tell me that's a problem?
That's a problem.
He has guys there on his team.
Hey, there's a thing about doing too much. Like I talk about
So
LeBron.
you're telling me that Bell outshining him is Messi's problem? No, it's not his fault.
So Messi doing too much is the reason why Dembele can't score one-on-one. The reason why Suarez can't score one-on-one. Messi passes them and there's too much pressure. I can't finish.
Ask Benzema what he thinks about Ronaldo.
Hey.
Put him on that line detector right now and ask Benzema what he did to
I've said this
Ronaldo.
many times.
Bojan, what he thinks about Messi.
It's not that you do too much.
Bojan loves Messi. Bojan loves Messi.
Ibrahimovic playing on the wing.
And I take it. Because Orio's on the ring as well, so take it.
Ask Ibra what he thinks about Messi and Ronaldo.
Take it.
Ask Ibra
You
what
better
he
take
thinks.
it.
I don't care about.
Oh, yeah, but you just mentioned him though. You just mentioned him.
You better take it. Orio Ibrahimovic, you better.
Henry.
Okay, Ori slid to the wing. Ibrahimovic can. So, can Zlatan not slide to the wing as well? You better get to that wing. If Messi needs to get to the wing. If Ori can get to the wing, you bet anyone can get to the wing.
If Messi saying he needs to play centrally, you go to
You
the wing.
move. You move. And be quiet
And
about
I
it
think that
as
Messi
well.
doesn't make allowances because he told Suarez you can play up top. Yeah. He told him to play up top.
Listen,
Because he didn't want to play wing no more.
all I can say is that Ronaldo may have more Champions Leagues. That's the only thing. That's the only argument in this thing.
It's the most important argument.
Apparently, but when they meet in Champions League, Messi always wins. But
So that's
what happens?
Because last year he didn't win.
What happened? No,
what in the group stage? But what about the first time? What about Juventus Stadium? Who won that? No one cares. You don't remember that? Oh, Ronaldo didn't play.
Oh, that's the one guy that took everything.
It's group stage. It's group stage.
It was the last game on the group stage as well.
All I can say is that
Ronaldo had COVID. That
the only reason why it's even a close is because guys have saved Ronaldo. Guys have bailed him out when he's been awful.
Because Ronaldo
When Messi has just...
Don't say he allows it. He didn't allow it. He was trying. He didn't even celebrate with his
What
boys.
does he allow? What does he allow?
He didn't celebrate. When Bell scored it, Bell didn't even come and celebrate.
What does he allow? Ronaldo scores a penalty to make it 4-1 and he takes off his shirt.
Don't tell me
when you do so much on the pitch.
Stop telling me that Ronaldo doesn't do too much. He wants to be Messi.
When you control so much on the pitch, he's become overbearing. So when you have a bad game, your teammates do not know what to do because you do so much. They're so used to relying. It's similar to LeBron. LeBron does so much on the court. When he doesn't have a good game, when he's been compromised, his team is not ready for the moment.
Being overbearing, what's that got to do with me sliding you through for a one-on-one and you missing? Is that what? Is that pressure?
That's just the guy missing the chance.
Then what does that do? Being overbearing.
But when Messi has a poor game and his team loses, his teammates are less likely
His teammates are the ones that are
to be
being-
ready to take up that
So
moment.
you,
Because
are
they're
you
not ready for the
telling me that?
moment.
So you're saying that?
There's something doing too much. You can't do it.
So Ronaldo's
has a better team.
Just has a better team. That's what I'm saying. Ronaldo must have a better team.
He has a better team.
So what's all this talk about Xavi and Iniesta? Ronaldo must have a
I
better
didn't say
team.
Ronaldo's a better team, but because Ronaldo's style is not so overbearing, he allows his teammates to play
Why
a
does
role
people
on
say
the
that?
pitch.
Because you should
He
have
has no impact. There's no impact. Ronaldo's got no impact on guys missing or making chances.
Why
When guys leave Ronaldo, they get better. All of a sudden, they get better.
Neymar just begged for him to come back to Paris, bro.
Why did he do the first time round?
He leave because he thought he could do it without Messi. He thought.
Because he knew.
When
Messi so
Ronaldo
overbearing,
left,
there's no way he can do.
when Ronaldo left, what did Rooney do?
He scored 29 goals one season. We didn't see him again.
And what did
No,
they
let me
win?
ask you a question.
What did they win?
Okay, when Ronaldo left, who outscored him? Benzema outscored Ronaldo last season.
What?
For the season he left, he outscored him. So I don't understand this.
Yeah,
When
Ronaldo's
guys
past
seem
his
to
prime.
leave Ronaldo, when Ronaldo.
Benzema should be out.
Ronaldo's always got beef. Is that not the reason why even Van Nistelrooy left Man United, bro?
He left Man United because
Man all leave,
yeah,
bro.
I'm not saying
There's
Ronaldo's
no-
had beef.
that's
Messi
it.
had beef with those
Everyone's
guys.
beef.
Man United did the right thing by selling Van Nistelrooy because they went on to the Champions League and Van Nistelrooy didn't.
Okay, that's cool. Well, Neymar left Messi and now he's begging for him back.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
what
I
difference?
personally-
Who's better between the two?
It's interesting that you mentioned the Neymar thing because obviously I believe there's a conspiracy there with the Copa America final. I feel like Neymar just didn't play properly through the towel.
No. Neymar actually tried.
Neymar had a lot.
They
You know why?
just kicked him out.
One thing that I didn't respect at all, like 5 seconds after the man's just lost the final, he's there taking a picture with Messi and his own trophy, and I just said, nah, something's not right about this picture.
Let me tell you something about Neymar.
And now they're together in the same team. Now there's a contract.
Because
here.
someone cried and begged for him back. That's why.
Neymar actually asked, said, I need my own team to cement my own legacy. Then he saw, wow, this is actually hard to do by himself.
It's pretty tough.
It's pretty tough.
Let me get the guy that taught me everything.
Yeah.
Come back.
Come back.
Let's do this again.
Ronaldo has no relationship to that. No one is ever begging Ronaldo to come to anyone.
Ronaldo's never been carried by other players.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Did you watch the 2018 Champions League final? Real Madrid versus Liverpool.
You just mentioned the final. There was the
final, the final, yeah, because you're claiming all these titles, all the Champions League that he's won, and he's been awful, but non-existent in these finals.
How did he get to the finals?
How did he get to the final? 2018, okay, semi-final, what did he do?
I don't remember.
Nothing.
You were saying Ronaldo's, Messi's lost 4.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying all this stuff about finals. Messi's losing finals because he's not playing at his level, and other guys are stepping up. When Ronaldo's nowhere near his level, other guys are stepping up. That's the only difference, bro.
Ronaldo's allowing these people to step up.
He's not. He's absolutely not. Because he's not even happy that they're stepping up. He's not even happy. I told you that final, yeah, in 18, he didn't even want to celebrate the thing, bro. He's not even happy. He's not even happy that other guys are doing well. Do you think he's happy that Bell's scoring overhead kicks?
He was so unhappy.
He was so unhappy that Bell did it.
He didn't even run to the corner. He didn't even run to the corner.
He's happy.
That's enough about Ronaldo, Messi, and all that.
Okay, tell me about Pele.
Oh my God, the Pele Cup.
Let me know your questions. Let me dissect and.
Sorry, before I just wanted to say one more thing.
Say what?
Because obviously, we need to separate the difference between the best and the greatest.
That's a good question.
Oh, okay, what's the difference?
Messi can be the best of his generation, maybe a BOAG, yeah? Cool. Because obviously he's not the best of all time, because I'll give that to Pele or Maradona, personally.
That's a complete change!
Where did that come from?
In terms of greatest now, Ronaldo unquestionably. It's not a question. It's not a shadow of doubt.
It's a big question.
Okay, why though? Why? You said all that. Why? Why is he on that?
He's missed the UCL.
How's he missed the UCL?
What do you mean, how is
when in all these high leverage moments he's being carried by someone else.
Bell's
are more of a UCL, Mr. UCL. Bell's are more of a Mr. UCL than Ronaldo, by the way.
Even Di Maria got more time.
Until he gets to when it actually matters.
What do you mean?
And then Lovren's pocketing guys and Lovren's talking.
Dejan.
A whole Lovren. Yeah, Lovren was talking that year. Because I dealt with Ronaldo in that final, let alone Van Dijk. Bell is a more of a Champions League, Mr. Champions League than my man.
Wait, so
Bell was better than Klopp.
Okay, like for mentality for these Champions League, was he just mainly in the league?
Sorry?
Was just mainly in the league? He's just like, I don't really care about the league. I just want
it's all about the Champions League. 2018.
Oh.
He didn't care about
so the league, the thing that you have to.
If I tell you about the way that Barcelona used to slap Real Madrid in the league so many times, bro. Even in that last season, that Real Madrid, they went to Bernabeu, they slapped them 3-0. The time they slapped them 4-0 at Bernabeu. Later on the time they slapped them 5-0 at Nou Camp. All these times they came one time they slapped them so many different times. Ronaldo's there. You seen these? I'm sure you've seen all these clips where they just pop it around Ronaldo. Like when they're facing each other, it's not even a comparison, bro.
Xavi and Iniesta tax, simple as that.
You're telling me that Xavi and Iniesta...
He hasn't won a Champions League without them.
No,
he can't.
Okay, Messi.
Okay. Without them. What's Ronaldo done since he left?
Since he left Modric and Cruz, what's he done?
Well, he won a Champions League before them.
2008.
He won
with who?
With Scholes and whoever.
Fletcher.
With who?
Fletcher.
You want to disrespect Fletcher, though?
He
didn't win. He won because John Terry slipped. That's why he won a Champions League.
Hey, Messi won a Copa America because Lodi wanted to be a bastard.
No. Stop using that Lodi. Lodi's
doing this.
Lodi's as good as Alexandro.
Doing this.
That's just as good as Alexandro.
Clear the ball. Oh shit, no.
It's just as good as Alexandro.
That was good.
So why is Alexandro bench?
Because Adetite wanted to give Lodi a chance to win.
No. He
really won it last year.
Maria has carried Messi to that Copa America.
That same Di Maria that carried...
carried them all. He's carried them both.
That's carried Ronaldo as well.
Yeah, Di Maria better. They're both.
No?
Maybe he is. He's carried them both.
He's carried both of them.
But anyways...
Ronaldo's been carried more than Messi. That's not even a debate, in my opinion. He's been carried more than Messi, and that's what's propelled Ronaldo to even be in this debate. Really, it shouldn't actually be a debate, but luckily, when Ronaldo doesn't play well, guys step up. That's the only difference.
You know what's so mad about Ronaldo? When he joined Man United, they weren't even saying that he was the best. They were saying that Rooney was better than him for a long time.
So he hindered Rooney. He hindered Benzema. How many guys did he hinder?
No, he didn't hinder Rooney. He overtook Rooney.
No, he saved Rooney.
Poor Rooney was scoring 12 goals.
How can you say Rooney's got? But when he cut, what did Rooney do? Rooney outscored him that season.
He scored 29 one season and then we never saw him again.
He done nothing.
Why are you always saying that about Rooney?
What did Ronaldo do that season?
What season? The first season, 2011-2012 season?
No, the first season he was at Real Madrid. They got knocked out to Lyon.
It was a bad season.
And my guy was... But what was Rooney do? I swear that Rooney got to a final.
Did you win?
No, wait. Rooney.
You know, Rooney. At least 2011. At least Rooney scored in both ties semi-finals 2011. What was Ronaldo doing?
Did you win?
Ronaldo didn't score. You're talking about goals, though. He didn't score.
I don't give a dash.
Ronaldo, at least Rooney got a goal against Barcelona. Ronaldo couldn't do it. At least Rooney got a goal against the mighty Barca.
That means that for 6 years of Ronaldo's career, it didn't exist. Because he wasn't winning. It wasn't winning Champions League for 6 years.
Again, well, as I've said already, Messi hasn't turned up in the
final.
And
he got slapped by Borussia Dortment. Did he get slapped?
Yeah, you guys haven't touched upon the point.
Was he there when Lewandowski scored 4?
Yeah, he got slapped.
The point that Messi hasn't turned up in the Champions League final of relevance for 10 years. That for me personally,
man.
You're saying old man, but
it was 2017. He turned up, did he not?
What final was Messi playing in 2017?
Was it 2015?
2015. Have you seen his goal against Atletico Bilbao?
Was that in the final?
In Copa del Rey final?
I don't care about the Copa del Rey.
Oh my god, you don't care.
Give me serious things. Wait till you go Copa del Rey.
This is not cup. This is a tournament that Real Madrid and Barcelona are both. They're both in that. They're both in that.
How many finals in the last 10 years has Ronaldo shown up?
2017.
That's one. So you say one.
Good enough.
Cool. Well,
he's making 1-0 arguments.
My goat, he scores in every major final he's ever played in. But you know, is what it is. But yeah, guys.
Who's your goat again?
My goat is the greatest guy of all time.
What material is that shirt, bro?
That's what they played in. They played the material that they allowed to get maximum performance that they do today. Look at this shirt.
So I've got one more point. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Messi owes Argentina a World Cup. You guys, we all know.
What did Ronaldo owe?
Some of them shits. That guy, they won nothing without him, and they won with him. So really, actually, doesn't owe them anything. This guy's gone to.
What about you? Brought up an argument about Batistuta. What did he do in the World Cup?
Batistuta won 2 Copa del Rey.
Did he get to the final?
Doesn't matter. He won 2 Copa Americas. When
no. Ask the question. Did he get to the final? Because you said he's better than him. Did he get to?
When you're first. When you're second, you are.
Thank you. Just going to a final and losing to me.
You know what? Sorry. Something. Availability is a big ability. Because Ronaldo got injured in the final. Pele was even Messi for a whole World Cup.
Where'd you put Ronaldo again?
Messi always local.
For Portugal.
Messi was missing for 2006.
Wait, how can Ronaldo be higher than Adair? How can Ronaldo be higher than Adair in Portugal list?
Because he carried job.
How can Ronaldo be higher than Adair in the greatest?
He put them where they were.
No, but Adair scored.
How?
But and Ronaldo wasn't even on the
bench. So is Demir higher than Messi for Argentina?
They must be. You're putting Batistuta there.
For Argentina.
Adair must be higher than Ronaldo as well, then.
Have you seen Argentina's Argentina record?
No, what's Batistu's European record?
Don't care about that because it's Argentina.
But when it's Ronaldo, you care about Champions League, right? You care about Europe.
Wait. Well, Batistuta scored more goals than Messi for Argentina.
No, he hasn't. But
what are we talking about then?
He scored like 62, 77 games.
If Batistuta is higher than my man, then Adair is also higher than Ronaldo. I'm sorry.
2 Copa del Rey, 2 Copa Americas, sorry. And he scored in both finals, of course, carried them to both. I think he was top scorer in both.
Have you ever?
So when Messi equals that, I can put him above. But how can I put him above? 2 Copa Americas.
So what happens this season if Messi wins the Champions League?
But if and button. If he does.
No, I'm just saying.
But if he doesn't, he's in big trouble.
No, I agree there. I agree. He's in big trouble. I agree.
Because
I'm gonna deal with him.
I agree. He's in big trouble. I agree.
I'm just saying. You guys,
I agree. He's in big trouble. I agree. I agree.
I'm not even sure he's gonna win.
I'm not sure. I don't think they'll win.
It's a chemistry experiment.
I don't think they'll win. I personally, I don't approve the move. My whole Messi Ronaldo thing, it comes from the time when they were both in the same league in both in Spain. Personally, I just saw one just being better than the other. That's my thing.
Wait, I can't wait. If Messi wins this French league, what's the argument about? No. What's the argument about? He's done it in different leagues. What's gonna happen then?
That won't wash me. That won't wash me at all.
It's lazy.
He won a league in a different league.
So I don't need that argument anyway. My argument was he needed to prove he could win outside the comfort zone of Barcelona, which he did this past summer.
So tell me about Pele outside of Santos then.
What do you mean?
What's he done outside of
He won in
Santos?
Brazil.
No, but outside of Brazil,
Did Pele win in America, by the way?
No, he didn't. Gloss with the Cosmos.
I don't know.
And he was kind of superstar.
Pele didn't win an
He
MLS
didn't
Cup.
win in the MLS.
Who cares, man?
He had Beckenbauer. No.
That was a retirement.
No, because he's the same age as these men.
That was a retirement.
Pele went to America. He didn't win anything.
He wasn't winning
for one.
You know Robbie Keane is an MLS legend.
Yeah, they're retiring. Who cares? They were there for the money.
Hey, let me tell you the guys he was playing with.
My thing with Messi was he needed to prove he could win outside Barcelona. He did this past summer.
What's that mean?
You can't say the same for Pele because Pele won with Santos and he won Brazil.
Actor.
And also as well, before Pele came to Santos, how many championships did Santos win?
Who cares?
No, guess.
Because there was
No.
How many?
Guess. 0.
When did Santos form, by the way? When did they form?
Early 90s. Early 900s.
There's no time for this.
Before Pele started his career for the Brazilian national team, how many Championships or World Cups.
How many World Cups were
How
there
many
before
World
then?
Cups?
How many
World Cups did you win? How many World Cups?
There's
How many World Cups
like
did you win?
there's like four.
5 World Cups. They got to a final. 950.
No.
They got to
Let
a
me tell you
final.
something. How many World Cups? When
They
did
got
the
to a
World Cup
final. They
When did the
lost.
World Cup
It's
start?
by my man Pele.
World
They're
Cup
going to lead it to
started
3 World Cup
1930
finals.
and he came in 58.
Yeah,
There must be like
But
6 or 7 World Cups.
how many did he win? So when he
World Cup
comes,
was
he
ever
wins.
suspended because of one.
When he comes, he wins.
So there must be like
He
5.
won. When he comes to
No, let me
he
tell
might
you.
be.
No, disingenuous with your points.
I'm on
Bro,
He
disingenuous
played
with your
great
points.
players. I'm gonna see he didn't play great players. All the guys played good. He didn't win.
Disingenuous.
But before he came, they weren't winning.
Who's
When
that
he
guy?
comes, they're winning.
Let me tell you something.
He makes a profound
Is
impact.
Pele better than this Stefano? Is he better
Yes,
than this?
better
Are you
than
sure? Are you sure?
Stefano, better Puskas, better Beckenbauer, better Bobby Chow, better
Yeah,
Bobby
Eusebio.
Moore, better
But when
Muller,
Eusebio
better
saw him,
Eusebio.
they beat him.
Wait.
When Eusebio saw him, they beat him.
Was this the final there when Real Madrid were winning all the Champions Leagues?
Yeah.
Oh, five Champions Leagues.
Wait. But the guy called Ronaldo. Apparently he's better than him. Of course.
The Stefano wasn't better than that.
And when they-
Stefano the real Mr. European Cup. Though.
It's the real
And
champion.
Puskas better.
I'm sure the Stefano was scoring in the finals as well. I'm sure.
He was.
You're saying I'm sure you don't know.
Hey, it's
I'll history, man. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was.
Football historian. Is this Stefano better than Ronaldo?
No, it's
Champions League?
Is he better than Ronaldo in the Champions League? Yes, 5. Ronaldo's better.
There wasn't even a Champions League.
Let me ask you, it
European
was.
Cup, Champions League, same thing, bro.
Ronaldo's 5 are high value. I'll give Ronaldo.
Why?
I don't know.
What? Wait. Let me ask you a question. Why is it of higher value? Please?
Why? Because it's the old times, so let's keep it taller, right?
Today's football's more competitive. I will never disagree with that.
Oh, today's football's more competitive. Then you bring a guy that's winning something in a less competitive
But
time.
he's won 3. I don't
No.
I didn't
He
ask-
won 2.
Okay, he's won 2 and injured the other one. Okay, I don't ask Messi to win.
And he wasn't the best player in the other one as well. 1970.
970 was the best
He's
player.
the only one I'm giving him is 58.
970 was the best player. 58, he was the second best player as a 17-year-old. Okay.
Second best player as a 17.
Okay, whatever you
I
want
love
to say.
you when people use disclaimer.
Okay,
17.
what other
17
17 would have done it? What other 17 would have done it?
So you're just saying he was never the best player of the World Cup?
I was 70 was the best player.
You said no, because Jorginho.
No.
I said that.
Okay, I'll go back to the point. Was Neymar the best player in 2015? Because Pele, you guys don't understand.
you just
Your
said-
fixed goals,
you
you
just-
understand?
no,
You think
I
Pele's
don't-
just a goal scorer?
Even if Neymar's
He
the
has
best player,
assists.
Messi
He's a
was
creativity
scoring
guy.
though.
Yeah,
Messi was scoring.
At the
Messi
start of this
outscored
episode, what did I say?
contributing
What
every
at the start of
single-
this episode, what did I say? He's the most complete attacker there's ever been in the history
You
of
just
the
told
game.
me. You just
What
told
I
me
say?
that. You just
He
no.
has
You
assists.
just told
He has
me
record
that
assists in the
Neymar.
history of football.
No. You just said Neymar was better than him. I'll give you that. He was better than
No,
him.
I said if
No,
you-
I'm telling you.
But Messi was still scoring as well.
Yeah, he's still scoring again.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to go down that slope, you can go back saying.
Then we
you
can
can
do
say
it.
them.
Then Messi will
But
be
I'm not
better.
going that slope because I know Messi was the best player in that team, and I know Pele was the best player in this team. Just because Jorginho scored all the goals, which he did, fair enough.
Goals win games.
Yeah, they do win games. Pele scored.
Scoring is the most important
Pele
thing in
scored
football.
goals and he laid on assists. He's more than just goals. You fool. You need to get into your head. He's more than
I
just
didn't
goals.
insult you.
But like I said, we go through this. Big game plan. Every single major final is played in his squad.
That's not what I heard.
It's clutch.
That's not what I heard.
It's clutch.
That's not what I heard.
No, the stat you saw is just he's played in less finals because there was less finals in his career. There's less stuff to play for than there is today. In today's game, you play for the league team, you only play a final every 15 games because there's a community shield, there's a super cup, there's a this, there's a that, there's a this, there's a whatever. There's so many cups to play. I digress. Okay, here's another interesting stat for you guys because you guys need to educate about football in the previous days. Here we go. Okay, Pele's Brazilian national championships between 61 and 65. The average goals scored in those games was 3.07. Guess what the average amount of goals was scored per game in the last 5 Champions League years?
I don't know.
2 point, or 4 point something, or 2 point something. I don't
No,
know.
it's 3.07 for Pele's time, 3.02
So
for
scoring less goals now.
by 0.0.
No, wait. They're
So-
scoring less goals now?
So they basically scored at the
And
same
so
rate.
it's harder to score? No, but you said they're scoring less though.
By 0.05, so it's basically the same.
It's not.
It's basically the same.
It's not basically.
0.05 is basically the same. It's basically the same. 3.02 to 3.07, there's no difference.
It's not the same. There's a difference.
There's a minuscule difference. So they basically scored at the same
So
rate.
you're saying they're scoring at the same
They
rate?
basically scored at the same rate. I would never say. I would never.
scoring more though.
He's scoring what?
More club goals. Though,
But not scored at a better rate than Pele though.
Are you sure?
He's not. So Pele has a better goal to game ratio and a goal to games and assist ratio than Messi does.
Are you
Pele
sure?
has the Champions League. Apparently, Copa Libertadores was the Champions League.
Yeah, and he only has 2 of those.
It's not bad,
he
it
has
was.
2 though.
Oh,
And-
I'll understand. Sorry, I'll get to the point why he only has 2. Okay, you played in the early 60s. They didn't enter into the last. After that, they barely entered in the competition. Do you know why?
Why?
That's his own fault.
No, you're not going to say it's own fault because they were playing the said friendlies that you guys seem to admit.
I don't.
Mark.
Friendlies.
Wait,
Mark,
he left a chance to win Copa Libertadores to go and play friendlies.
Friendlies.
do you know the
So
reason?
wait, the money was in Europe?
Do you know the reason why?
Was the money in Europe?
Yes.
The money was
You're
in Europe.
thinking now. The money
No,
was
wait,
there.
the money was in
Use
Europe.
your brain. The money was there. They were simply more lucrative to play those games to sustain your career as a footballer than to play the Copa Libertadores and even the Copa America. You weren't getting paid. You weren't getting paid. That's what you want to draw.
So I don't understand.
They'll fly across the world, even stop the national ceasefire in your own country.
He became a show.
They're flying across the world to pay him that much money. It made sense. Any guy that's come from poverty that's not getting paid fees, they're gonna do that.
Even Pele. So does he not respect competition? Like, does he not want to win stuff himself?
That's the thing. Messi is an exemplary man of the people, exemplary family man. Ronaldo, I cannot say the same. Pele, I cannot say the same. If we want to go on that level, Messi is a better man.
What do you kill
Messi is not a better man. This is a bad man.
Messi is a bad man.
He's sly with his behaviour.
Who's Ronaldo's? I'm not gonna say it.
Ask the question. I want to know.
But who's one of the mothers of his child? How come we don't know who she is? I don't want to say that, but yeah.
And why is he not going to America?
What?
Why is he not going to America?
I'm not talking about that.
Okay. Exemplary.
I don't know about this stuff. I keep it on the pitch. On the pitch is evident.
Do you know why I'm just trying to say that? Because you just tried to say that he's a national treasure. He did this.
No.
Pele did a national. But the people were mad at Pele because Pele was doing some dubious dealings with the government. Then the people didn't love Pele.
Okay, you missed. Yeah, that was after.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
Remember that.
I'm saying Pele made bad decisions. And the national coach didn't even want to pick him for the 1970 World Cup.
And they won.
The government had to interfere. So Pele must have not been good enough on
They did and they won. And that's the end of that. That's the end of that.
So with Pele, there was a debate as to whether he should go in the squad or not.
Yeah, there was a debate.
Wow.
He was about to get dropped.
And they did and they won. Okay, but
thank God. So that person who picked him saved his legacy, boy.
So he saved Brazil's legacy. You know what I mean? But anyways.
I think they would have won back.
Yeah, they was.
It sounded like Jorginho was on smoke.
Yeah, he's the one that was laying on all those assists for Jorginho. But anyways, you missed it. I said 961 when it was roughly 20. No, it was 20. Yeah, it was 20. It was made a national treasure.
So is Mbappe not a national treasure?
It made it basically impossible for him to leave the country. Even though that country, that continent was the highest level of football at the time.
How?
Because he made it a national treasure.
So was he not a treasure when he went to America? Or what? He wasn't a treasure?
They relaxed the laws back then.
They relaxed him.
Well, he decided whatever. They relaxed the laws by then. It was easy.
Pele's a man. He's constrained. He's constrained by what other stuff.
In his prime, you know, back in those days, a lot of stuff was more corrupt. That's why the government could get involved in certain aspects of the game.
That's why. So the government saved Pele's legacy.
They didn't save Pele's legacy, but they kept him in
Brazil.
They
gave him the right to play.
Sounds like a government carry.
That's what I'm saying. The government saved him. Can't tell him you can play here now.
The government decided to save their backs by keeping the country. They knew if he was allowed to leave Brazil under their watch, the people would have gone on their back. So that's what they did.
So it sound like they were trying to force this player onto us.
No, they knew if they kept Pele in Brazil at the time, that they got a lot of praise and they would use that as a tool to keep themselves in the office. And that's what they did, and that's what happened.
Can you go on to the other points? Because I'm really tired of this.
You should be tired because you're learning.
You're bringing off the field.
No, but bringing off the field. I'm saying he's made. That's why he couldn't leave.
Are we talking about off the field? My guy. Messi just made Jordan 7 mil.
He's not off the field. Why he couldn't leave the country?
But it's a lazy move, though, personally, if you ask me.
And we'll get to the friendly stuff that you guys want.
Me
personally, I don't really talk about the friendly goals and stuff like that because it's harder to decide which one was serious, which one weren't serious. There were a lot of them which were serious. There were some of them against National Guards and blah blah blah. And
against who?
National Guards and Army, blah blah blah. That weren't serious. I don't count that in Pele's stats.
Wait.
What?
The man. What, he's facing army teams?
Some of the friendlies, yes.
They was playing teams called Juventus. That was not the actual Juventus. You think it's a joke as well?
Yeah, some of them are.
Wait, he's playing army teams. You think they care about football? They're trying to save their life, bro. They care about the little football match.
Some of them were against lesser teams. Some of them against
serious
teams. Some he played Real Madrid. Some he played Barca. Sometimes he played some other teams. That's why I don't count that. I don't count it. It's too messy.
You're telling me a team came with a false name and bad ball against them.
There's many Arsenal
and it was great. It was scoring 8 goals.
I don't count that in his legacy.
About playing against soldiers.
I count the one against credible teams.
I always remember watching the documentary. He missed a pen.
He missed a pen in a big game.
In a big game.
Everyone missed a pen. Messi missed a pen and retired.
In a big game.
Messi missed a pen and retired. What do you do? He missed a pen and retired. What do you now?
Wait. Penny's so lucky there's no social media. I would have ripped him.
Okay.
How the fuck is this man? There's no way he can be the greatest. No way.
Okay. to help you guys understand what the friendly games actually meant. Okay, I'll just.
What do they mean?
I'll just read
I don't friendlies. Friendlies don't need to be expressed.
No, they do.
As you say friendlies.
No, because when we say friendly to people
As
that
soon as
are
they say
our
friendly,
era,
it's
people
over.
that see friendlies think, oh, just a walk around. Get
Yeah,
fitness.
friendlies.
That's what it is today. But even though there's a commercial value attached to friendlies today,
I think was
but
back in the day.
Back in the day, it's a lot higher because those friendlies you're getting paid more than the actual official games.
That's not.
Wait, what?
That's
what are you
that's
saying?
legacy.
Are you saying the friendlies then were tougher than friendlies now, or
Oh,
what?
they were tougher than friendlies now.
No, they weren't.
They
Are you
were paid
sure?
No, they were paid
Now they do the international champions
yeah,
cup.
but-
You face all these.
Yeah, you pay Bromwich and Chelsea, but
Yeah.
they don't care who wins at the end of the day. Do they? They
No,
don't care.
no,
They-
okay.
Those friendlies were actually were played with fierce
said-
competitive
he
nature.
said- no, they
Let
weren't.
me
Are you
listen.
sure? How do you know though?
I'll read it out to you. In 1961, sorry.
This is a biased website.
No, it's not biased. It's the truth. It's from Sky Sports.
I don't get how one friendly could be more competitive than
No,
another.
because
He played a team called Juventus and
I'm
scored
not
8
I'm not
goals.
talking about that. Those ones. I'm talking about the ones against.
Flayed his ratio.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know how
No,
you blindsided me.
No, he's one. What's called Panathinaikos, I believe, beat them in a friendly against Santos.
Panathinaikos.
In the 60s.
The team from Greece.
Whatever, they beat them. And Panathinaikos, they've treasured that victory so much they have it in their own national anthem. If Panathinaikos beat Chelsea or anyone today, you think they're putting on that anthem because they don't care?
That's a lie.
They don't
I didn't even know they have an anthem.
Because you didn't know. You don't know. You guys don't know.
Why would they have an anthem? What?
You
They
don't
have
know.
anthems.
You don't. No, that's
Look,
let me land.
I went to Chelsea
You guys
and they
don't
said,
know.
oh,
You
we're
don't
ruling
understand what
over
we're talking
London
about.
City and Leicester.
That's
So
why.
does that mean that they beat Leicester?
That's what
Does
I'm
that
off
mean they beat
about.
Leicester?
That's why I'm off at you guys. We tried to disparage you.
No.
You don't know what you're talking about.
So one Greek, they lost to a Greek team.
Huh?
They lost to. They
What
lost
does
to.
That's how much
what
it meant to
No, no,
beat
no, no.
Santos
What does
and
that do with
Palace at the
Philly?
time.
Wait, was Greece? What did
It's
Panathinaikos?
not-
Let me ask you. What did Panathinaikos achieve outside of that win?
I didn't put it there.
But you know
That's
history.
that's
No,
how
I'm asking you.
that's how much that victory meant to them. They meant so much to them.
They never played football before.
No, no.
If I just beat someone that
No,
I've never
no,
played
no, no,
before, it means a lot.
No, no.
It's like saying if the army beating, why would I not trust it? I'll say that as well. I'll beat.
If you're a middle, you beat these
I
teams.
think Panathinaikos even got to a European Cup final in the early 70s.
Ajax.
That's how much.
But it was after they.
Panathinaikos were a credible
That
team.
was the first game they ever played. I'm not even
Okay,
lying.
go. What facts you have to back that up?
Wait, that was their first game against, and they won.
It wasn't their first. You guys make
I was
up
gonna
nonsense.
say, you gotta ask the question like, when were these teams founded?
Okay,
We're going that far back.
Here we go. In the era of the sport where the value of friendlies was far bigger than it is today, like I said, friendlies today is just a walk around. If a commercial.
As soon as you say friendly, it's a wrap, bro. Friendlies is friendlies.
The media's interpretation of a friendly would have even helped inspire the creation of the European Cup in 1956. Because obviously back then, cross-international football, club international football was not hard to organise.
1957.
Sorry?
When did Pele make his debut?
He made his debut, I believe, in 56.
In
I
1908.
said that was in 1956.
That's what I'm saying. So they stopped doing friendly. They started doing real competitions. Why did Pele go to that competition?
That's what I'm saying. The friendlies,
Before you arrived.
that's saying friendlies around that time, even before Pele, they meant so much. They happened to help create.
You know
European
something?
Cup.
Do you know something? Wikipedia not mentioning Santos one time in this.
About what?
What, for Panathinaikos? They don't care about that match.
I don't care. See, I thought you're lying. Don't lie to me.
Computer, go. Ask them,
I'm
go read
reading
it.
it right now.
Go read Santos.
Oh, I think Puskas played for these men. Did they play with Puskas years? No.
Okay, here.
No, he was the manager.
Here we go. The volume of tours that Santos undertook, walking Pele around the globe in exchange for vast sums of cash. This is the money. He laid the foundation.
Basically,
for the guys
he's
to
like
take to
Harlem. He's like Harlem Globetrotters, basically.
In the friendlies, they had to do that to make money. They didn't end up being broke. I don't want to end up being broke at the end of the day.
What was Pele's nickname? What was Pele's nickname?
Pele, that is his nickname. His real name is Edison Di Nascimento.
He was the performer, and then like obviously Santos. Was, like,
He sounds like he's just like a circus thing.
No,
bro.
that's the thing. I'm trying to help you guys understand.
Was it World Cup
By playing
for
as many friendlies, it prevented them from competing in the Copa Libertadores, South American Champions League, as often as they could have done.
What
Hence why only one.
I'm asking.
Hence why only one.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me land.
This guy chose tours over tournaments.
This is a friendlies match.
Let me land. After winning 62 and 63, the club subsequently, not even him, the club withdrew from the later competition because denying Pele for owner because there was more money in it.
Why are you not leaving?
There's more money in it.
Pele doesn't want to be in competition. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to compete. He wants to play friendlies. He doesn't want to compete. He wants to play friendlies.
Wait, let me tell you. Why did they win it after those 2 years?
I just said they
No,
were
so you're telling me he played friendlies till he retired?
No,
When did Santos
He's
retire?
a friendly. He's a
When
friendly
did Santos
girl.
retire? When did Santos return?
I'm saying.
When did Santos
I'm
return to Compel
Understand what
Lebanon?
I'm saying? 62 and 63, they won back to back. They may play in 64, they may play 65. But however, the popularity and reputation got so big that there was more money for the club and everyone involved that they withdrew from those competitions and went to do
Yeah,
tours
I
and
know.
friendlies.
I'm saying now, why,
Even if he left-
as a competitor,
Yes, I understand.
why are you choosing money and
It's
friendlies
out of his
over?
control.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
out of his
So you
control.
don't.
No, let me land. Even if you went to the other top teams, Botafogo, The same thing would have still happened.
Not Botafogo.
The same thing would have happened. They got that level. The same thing would have still happened. At the end of the day, same thing would have still happened. Pause it. Let's take this picture.
I think